The former US President Barack Obama has once gave a speech on globalization.
For we're living through an age of fundamental economic transformation. Technology has changed the way we live and the way the world does business. Jobs and industries can move to any country with an internet connection and willing workers.
The definition of globalization varies depending on the field you are in. Generally, globalization is defined by the Collins Dictionary as the process enabling financial and investment markets to operate internationally, largely as a result of deregulation and improved communication. For the purpose of this video, we should discuss the definition of globalization from the business context. The process of globalization starts since the 15th century and it is still at work now. And this is why the reason we can watch the latest episode of Game of Thrones on a Sony television while eating a slice of pizza at home.
When you look at it in more detail, the whole process of globalization can be broken down into three phases: globalization 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0. Globalization 1.0 is thought to have occurred between the 15th century and the 18th century. This phase of globalization made the world go from feeling large to medium and was characterized by governing bodies of countries communicating, collaborating, and even disputing with each other at some times. Following this, the world saw the appropriately named Globalization 2.0 phase. In this phase, the world went from feeling medium to small, and this was characterized by companies, mainly multinational companies, working with each other to exchange goods and services. This phase generally lasted between the 1800s to the end of the millennium.
The past two phases have led to the current stage of globalization, Globalization 3.0. After the 2000s, we have seen some changes to how business operated, mainly the huge drive to reach peak efficiency with the system of information technology. Furthermore, the rapid development of information technology has seen the world become flatter, as referred to in work such as The World is Flat by Thomas Friedman.
So as you can see, the main theme behind Globalization 3.0 has been a drive to reach peak efficiency. But during this process, there have been many benefits and consequences that have come about. For example, to get ahead of all of the other competitors, businesses have tried to advance technology as far as possible. And this means that there have been many technological revolutions that have come about because of these pushes. When these advancements trickle down into the general market, people's standard of living have potential to be increased through the technologies such as smartphones, Wi-Fi, fiber optics that have come about due to these pushes for the advancement of technology.
At the same time, it is also worth to notice that with the fast expansion of information technology and knowledge of software, there are many weaknesses in cybersecurity that continue to be exploited by criminals around the world. Let's look at the statistics here. Since 2007, the total malware has been dramatically increased, and this is an indicator that the spread of crime has been facilitated by Globalization 3.0.
However, the widespread rollout of technology has allowed increased access to things such as workflow software. This software allows us to make pathways into automation, which creates vast increases in productivity and efficiency for businesses.
Although the production efficiency has been increased, there are still many challenges for small business to face under Globalization 3.0. The most prominent being competition and price war. The new reach of multi-international business means there's more competition in the local market, and this makes small business harder to survive. Also, the new trend of offshoring means certain industry may disappear in specific countries, which leads to loss of jobs. For example, manufacturing in Australia.
However, it's important that we remember that losing jobs short-term is not necessarily a bad thing long-term. Through processes such as outsourcing, insourcing, and offshoring, it forces us to be more efficient with our resource allocation. and therefore we will be forced to train ourselves to have more beneficial skills into the future. And this forces us to progress into the future as a better society.